Hey everyone, Laura Cameron-Stedman here. I hope you can hear and see me. I want to talk to you today about creating the life you want. Now, this is a topic that I really find so interesting. I've been studying it for a long time, and I think that my university education also really helped me with this. Look at this. I have like no megaphone. I was going to go to the gym today. And this is actually kind of what brought this on a little bit, was that I went to the gym. I joined this new gym, and they didn't have any classes. I pay for like 2 classes a week, and then I get 2 practice sessions. But I haven't actually been able to take any of the classes that I could take to make the practice sessions work. So I was a little bit irritated when I went to the gym, and then when I got to the gym and I was talking to them about what was happening, and I just got even more irritated. And I realized afterwards, and even after I talked to my husband because I was upset, and I realized afterwards that I was walking to the gym, and I really did create the situation that happened at the gym. So I really did create that, it's not going to work. There's not going to be anything I can do, and then I'll just leave and be upset. I created that on my way there because I was thinking that at the whole time. Anyway. Isn't that cool? That's really cool. Some other things that I really I find interesting, and I've been learning a lot more about all of this stuff. I've been studying this for so long, but you're always learning more stuff, which is very cool. So something I really enjoyed today and was really thinking about today and writing notes about and reading about and things like that was, and this is something that I say all the time, was that you really need to act as though it's already happened and think as though it's already happened. But we're making a play about this. We're creating a movie. So the characters in your movie are, which is your life, the people that are in your life, what you expect them to do, they do. They always do. People will always act like you expect them to act in your subconscious. So isn't that cool? That's very interesting. So if you really kind of think about that, you can actually change how you interact with people. And if you change how you expect somebody to act, then they'll act differently. And part of that, of course, is that you're treating them differently. You're responsible for how you treat people. And so they're going to be reacting to that different sort of the way that you imagine them being. This is something really that you can think about if you are, for example, I'm really small, I'm short. I find that people are very patronizing towards me. But that's something that, because we have, short people, we've kind of been trained that because we're smaller, people are going to act like that towards you. But I've seen other people who are short and not take that at all because they don't expect that, and they won't put up with that crap. They just don't expect it, and they won't put up with it, and they don't. So even if somebody, people don't even try to do it with them because they're just not open for it. They're just like, no, I'm not open for it. They don't even think that that might happen, and it doesn't. It's very cool. So I just got to start doing that. And I don't know, I think it's really cool. A really good thing to do is to say, what kind of life do I want? What do I want my life to look like? And then I want you to imagine talking to somebody about your life as though this stuff's already happened. So you're not kind of imagining, that point where you realize that you've achieved a goal. I want you to imagine something that's happened afterwards. You're having a conversation with somebody about it happening. You're, something like that, where in order for that thing to happen, or in order for the thing that happens afterwards, after the event would have had to happen. And then there's not as much emotion attached to that thing needing to happen. What most of us do is we actually want the, say for example, I'm explaining it, but it's easier to understand if I tell a bit of more of a story. So I keep whacking my little sweater. Lululemon. I'm a huge Lululemon fan, if you couldn't tell. I have like jackets and hoodies, and yeah, a huge fan. I like these. See, look. This is an old one, as you can tell though, because I've worn it's done that. Yep. Not cool. Anyway, I like Lululemon. All right, what was I talking about? I can't remember. It is all about creating the life that you want. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to imagine yourself picking something that you really want. But, oh yeah, this is what I was talking about before. Here's what we do. We think that the tool to get us to the point that we want is what we want. That's not what we want. So for example, I really want $1 million. You don't want the $1 million. You want what happens because of the $1 million. So figure out what that is. If you say, I want to lose 20 pounds, it's not that you want to lose 20 pounds, it's that you want to feel how you would feel after you lose 20 pounds. Do you know what I mean? So we have to focus on actually what we really want. Like, what is the actual ultimate goal of the thing? If you can focus on that, and this is why some people have a lot of trouble with those things, because they think, well, if I focus on the end thing that I really want, what you're telling me is that I just have to pretend that I don't have the thing and just be happy anyway. That's not what I'm saying at all. The only way that you're going to get to that thing, though, is to focus on what you really want. If you're focusing on the tool to get it, and you're saying like, I really want $1 million, I really want $1 million, what you're doing then is you're going, I don't have $1 million and I want it. So you're going to have two ends of the same stick, and what you want, you're saying you want, and all you're going to do is get more of what you want, like more want. You're just creating more want, which means you're never going to get the thing that you want to get. So what you need to do is focus on the result. For whatever that is, freedom. Like a lot of people say like freedom and ease, and like do these like fucked up like, oh, whatever, man. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be like the spiritual, like la la la, whatever. You don't have to be, I don't know. Here's the other thing that people do. They go, oh, I shouldn't, oh, I really would like this, but I don't want to, I don't want to be like I'm, taking something that somebody else might. That's not what it is at all. Everybody has the opportunity to do this stuff. You're not taking anything away from anybody. If you think about it, your body, if you want to lose 20 pounds because you want to feel great and you want to look in the mirror and feel wonderful, and you want your clothes to fit you better, and you want to go, I feel like I can wear anything and I feel really good. You are not taking anything away from anybody. You are not, it's not because you, are smaller than you were before that somebody else has to gain that 20 pounds. You have to give it to somebody else in order for you to actually lose it. That's not how it works. And it's not how it works with anything. It's not how it works with money. It's not how it works with jobs or anything like that. Even if you're like, I really want this position and lots of people are going for the same position, it doesn't matter. You all have the same opportunity. You're not taking it away from anybody else if you get that position. You're not. I really think we should stop worrying so much about stepping on toes, or, I don't want somebody beside me to feel bad because I got something and they didn't. They have every chance to do that as well. There's no there's no lack. It's not a pie that there's only one pie and you have to share it around. There's like, there's a bazillion pies. Like everybody can have a pie. You can have a totally different, like 16 different pies with the different flavors. It doesn't matter. There's no lack. We just have this idea that there is. And the reason we have this idea that there is so that we, everybody kind of like is kept down in a level of struggle, which is kind of ridiculous. And I know that lots of us were trained to struggle. I know that for sure. That's where I'm from too. Lots of lack, lots of struggle. But then when you start really studying this stuff and you realize that there's so much that you can do. There's so much that you can create and design yourself by just saying this. Imagine yourself, you're the writer, you're the director, you're the actor. Like you can design a life you want. You can say, this is how I want this relationship to go. And if you replay that over in your head enough times so that it actually becomes something that you believe, you approach that person in a different way and they're going to respond differently because you're approaching them differently. So really think about that. And it goes with everything in your life. Write the story that you want to live. And think about, when you actually are writing that story, think about listen to yourself, listen to the little comments that you make to yourself saying, no, that's not going to happen. That can't happen. Or somebody's going to be pissed off if you do that. And rewrite those stories as well. So take that story where that person's probably going to be really upset if I lose 20 pounds and change that into that person's going to be really supportive and, change the story so that it's actually a good thing, so that your relationship gets better because of the things that you're trying to do. You can change that. You can rewrite those things. And if you replay those stories in your mind, in your subconscious mind, in your mind, so that it gets, implanted into your subconscious mind, that's going to be your story. So that's just what I wanted to talk to you about today. Create the life that you want to live, because everything comes from your subconscious mind. So you have the opportunity to create those things. Here's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about today. A lot of us do this thing where we go, if only this other person would change the way they're behaving, then I would feel better. I suggest this instead. Stop focusing on what other people are doing. Seriously, stop focusing on what other people are doing. If you're in a job right now, say for example, where you have people that are doing things that are not supporting you very well, and you're not happy in your job, think about this. What would make you happy? And don't think of it like, if you change, I'd be happy. Think about it like this. What do I really like about this job? What I really don't like about this job? And then take the things that you don't really like and say, well, if the opposite were true, would I really like this? And then make a job, create a play where you're in a scene where you're doing the job that has all the stuff that you want. So take the things that are crappy, change it to, if it was the opposite of that, what would that look like? Would that be awesome? That'd be awesome. Create that job. And then don't feel bad about looking for that opportunity. And it could be in the same job you're in now, but it could be in a totally different company. But if you're focused on finding that, if you're focused on going, you know what, and here's another thing, don't be afraid. When I say stepping on toes, I mean, seriously, don't be afraid of going, my manager is not very supportive of me, or I'm working with people that I'm not happy with, or I just don't like the tasks I'm doing. But you know what, in this company I'm working in, if I was going to be, I would love to learn about this other section of the company. Don't be afraid to go and talk to somebody in that section and be like, man, I think what you guys do is really cool. Do you mind if I, shadow somebody? Or don't even freaking worry about being like, hey, manager, I'd really like to shadow somebody in this department because I really think that'd be great. If your manager sucks, then don't worry about it. Just do it and be like, go at lunchtime. And just be like, I'm just interested. Do you mind if I from at my lunchtime, do you mind if I come sit with you for a bit so I can see what you do? And start doing that, because you know what that does? It's like, that starts a ball rolling. Wow, that person's really interested in working in this department. I'm not saying do that. I'm just saying, like, don't feel like that you're trapped where you are. You're never trapped where you are. You can like go and do, go sit with somebody in a different department. Talk to your boss. Look for opportunities to do things that you really like. That would be really fun. Look for things that you'll be like, wow, that'd be really great. I would love to be able to do that. And go and actually just like talk to people. Make yourself known. Network. And then that's how people get into jobs that are freaking amazing. Anyway, that was a job one, but there's just so much that you can do, and we feel trapped and we never kind of go out and do it. So you just need to write your own script and your own play and be the actor and become the person who has the stuff that you want. Every day in your life, do whatever you can to feel great. Dress the way that makes you feel great. That makes you feel like the person you want to be, who has all the stuff that you want. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Life is a play or a movie. Just make sure that you're the main character and that you are not letting other people be the main characters in your play. Make sure you're the main character and you're the main character, but you're also the writer of the play. You're the director. You know what's going on, and you can change characters if you want. If one character is being a douchebag, write that character a different, description. You have that power. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. My name is Laura Cameron-Stedman. Hope to see you soon on my website, lauracameronstedman.com. See you soon.